Hey everybody, welcome back to Jess Plays Kimi Your Turn to Die. We're in the middle of a main game right now, so we're gonna continue on with where we left off. Also, looking at this tiny wasted person looks kind of like Megumi. I'm not really sure who that's supposed to be. I'm sure it's like somebody really obvious that I'm just dumb. But, yeah. Alright, I'm extremely tired when I'm recording this, so I apologize if I'm dumber than usual. Okay. Everybody's got shit to say. There's been a bunch of card trading this time. It's possible Kyutato, with all his tokens, was involved in at least one trade. And him giving his tokens to So, that subject could really influence the discussion. We should leave him out to extract info. My reason? 'Cause you're the one I want to live most. Aw. No matter what. You also want to be my Stapakana? I ain't trying to look like a good person. I just feel like once we lose our sensibilities, we're gonna turn into demons. If it's gonna come to that, then pick me, Sara. What a sacrificey thing to say. 'Cause you're cute. What did you think I was gonna say? Ugh. When our escape failed, I looked at you and I had a thought. She's acting kinda strange. You had this desperate look, as if you had the sacrifice. And on top of that, a last-minute trade right before our escape or right after our escape failed. Escape failed! Just a tad suspicious, isn't it? I want to know the truth about you, Miss Sara. The truth is that I'm awesome. I don't know what to tell you. Just listen! The best person to leave out is someone who's very likely to have the sacrifice. If the sacrifice comes around to you, you can trade it away if you have tokens, right? But Gin has 0 tokens! If Gin had the sacrifice even once, he wouldn't be able to trade it! And so there's a high chance he's the sacrifice? I mean, I follow your logic now, but it's also a little bit cold. And also, I swore to protect Big Sis Sara, nya! Gin... I believe in you, nya! His suspicious actions have had a purpose. By earning hate and losing trust, he's been gathering votes toward himself. So it's best we simply leave him out and have him sit in the corner of the room. If he's the sacrifice, he can vote twice for himself, though, so he'll end up being selected. Indeed! Oh, how nasty! Okay. Do I have any items that would work for this? Victim video. Stun gun. Alright. A lot of this we've already used, so. Alright, let's see what everybody's got to say. Some with lots of tokens like Kitaro. Sara left out. Inakana. Kyutaro, is something the matter? There being a trade just before the main game. Is that true? Huh? Yeah, it's true. Which means, yeah, just maybe. I figured out who's got the sacrifice. Yeah? What? How could you possibly know that from what we just... Kyutaro? I know! Everybody, listen up! I'm the Keymaster! Huh? Yeah, I'm daring to say it before voting. What's this all of a sudden? I can't tell where you're going with this. You would say that, huh, Sara? Huh? I'm sorry for taking the Keymaster from you. Does he mean... The sacrifice card you got sent was mine, Sara! It's Kyutato who sent me the sacrifice? And you've still got the sacrifice now! Ain't that right? What's he talking about? I have a commoner card. You thought I was making a false accusation here. Stay calm. What do I do? Make use of this or explain myself? Okay, so I could explain it. And if I'm like, yo, I've got a commoner card. Wait, but what he's saying isn't making sense. So if it's like, hey, there was a trade at the last minute, and he's like, I traded you my sacrifice card, and then I wouldn't have it anymore. I absolutely don't have the sacrifice. So relax, everyone. You can vote for me. Huh? Now that I think about it, being thought of as the sacrifice is better for not getting votes. I'm actually not sure anymore if there's any good reason to deny it. Well, just nobody vote for Miss Sarah. That'll be fine, right? Nobody votes, yet she becomes a candidate. That proves she's the sacrifice with a double vote. I would like that, but it's about time to proceed with the vote. Please wait. Can we decide on such an important vote with so much still unclear? We just can't sort it out in such a short time. What do we do? One of these candidates is going to end up the victim, remember? We really should discuss some more. You sure don't know when to give up. Time is up. Please select the 4 who will remain for the final vote. Enter your votes, please. Okay, so I gotta choose who to vote for. Keiji could be a sacrifice. It's probably safest just to vote for myself, so I think I'm gonna do that. Well, shit. The first vote is over. And I wasn't chosen. Relief. I can feel my strained nerves loosening. But why these 4? Sora, you... It's just like I said, I'm not the sacrifice, I'm a commoner. 4 will advance to the final vote. Hiyori So. Kizuchi Kana. Shinogi Keiji. Gokoro Nao. Why me? This isn't right. I know this despair myself. You can't want to have a conversation when you feel like this. Which is why it's my role to inspire them. Like Keiji did for me in the first main game. Hopefully it doesn't involve more of clicking on people's hearts. Lift your heads up! We've always done when we had to do. I'm gonna say we've always done what we had to do. No matter how cruel it is, you can't stop. But... Kana, we're not your enemies. Even if someone is the sacrifice, we move in the same direction. We talk and we advance the discussion. Sora! Right you are. The real battle begins here. Everyone. Alright, first it's time for those of us who weren't picked to guide the discussion. Incidentally, I am a commoner. Be at ease. Mouse is a commoner too. Muscle Gorilla! It's not the time to shrivel up, nya. Let's remember the card trades in order. Woo! Yeah. Now, please grasp your fate with your own hands. Firmly grasp it! May you not all perish. Now we will have an in-depth discussion on card trades, understood? Stripey, leave it to us, nya! Gosh quietly sat in the chair again. There were 4 trades made in total. That ain't that many. By the way, I've been a commoner the whole way. Woo! Didn't get traded with even once, nya. Trading cards requires 50 tokens. It's not as if just anyone could do it. Okay. Honestly, it's all a mess in my head. Glad we got given more time to sort it out. My heart was pounding, wondering if when I'd get past a bad card, nya. My roll didn't change up to the very end. Woo! I made it through all 5 trades, nya. Wait, 5? The token ranking, as I recall, put Cube Taro Hamburger in first and Ibushigin in last. Egokoro Nao was also low ranking. Of the 4 candidates, I suppose Nao was the only one who lacked the tokens to make a trade. Yeah, but she stole Ego's, so like... Yeah, here we go. I found the Mijin 10. Gorilla, that's wrong, yeah. What? There were 5 trades. 5? Wait, by my memory, there were 3 trades. Then I heard there was one more just before the main game. Ah, I get it. You misunderstood, Kyutaro. There were 2 trades while you were out. What? That don't make no sense. That's our line. That's our line, yeah. Sorry, but nobody's given me an explanation. Ah, well, that's on us. Cube Taro Hamburger, when was it you passed Chidoin Sara the sacrifice card? In fact, did you have the sacrifice to start? Nah, that ain't it. First card I had was Commoner. Ah, I get it. That tells me most of the trades. What? I don't have a clue. Woo! Why's that, nya? Because your friendly policeman made the first trade. What did you say? Who'd you trade with and what? I gave Sara the Keymaster. Eh? Then what card did Sara start with? I have no reason to lie, but... At first I was a commoner. You traded Keymaster for commoner, nya? And I deepened our trust doing it. Let's do a little sort out. In the first trade, I passed the Keymaster into Sara's hands. In the second trade, what got traded? Someone sacrificing Kyutaro's commoner. Exactly, it was probably Nao's. Exactly. Someone's sacrifice was swapped with Kyutaro's commoner. And in the third trade, Sara's Keymaster and Kyutaro's sacrifice were swapped. Yup, that's what it'd mean. Muscle Gorilla, tell us everything you can remember, nya. You have an obligation to properly explain to us the third trade. At the time of the third trade, I was searching the first floor alone, nya. So I want to know the situation. Woo! I shall tell you. The third trade occurred when everyone was sharing the laptop. These trades, I'd better keep them sorted out in my head, too. Kyutaro, why aren't you talking? I was off doing all the stuff by myself. Woo! I wanted to see the laptop, yeah. What stuff did you do, exactly? It's not relevant right now! Woo! Remembering that photo on the laptop still makes my heart quake. But what's important now is that card trade. In the end, it was mutual betrayal. Cube Taro Hamburger, despite being right there, he traded his sacrifice to you. Such a cold-blooded man, don't speak of bonds to me. Huh? Something strange here. Yeah, you can't do that. Why won't you deny it, Kyutaro? What? I mean, you need a ring-up box to trade. If he used one on the spot, shouldn't we have seen him do it? What could he be hiding? Oh, crap. Ooh. God damn it. It's fucking Undertale bullshit. See, that one I got easy. Be as silent as you want, it's no use. Spit it all out, Kyutaro! I meant to cooperate with Sora, with everyone! But I got used for convenience. I'm pathetic. A pathetic adult! Third trade, my sacrifice being sent to Sora. It wasn't me, it was So's doing. Say what? I don't know what you're talking about. So knew! He knew I had the sacrifice! What? When everybody was sharing the laptop. So wasn't going to the toilet. He went to use a ring-up box to trade my sacrifice for Sora's Keymaster. Don't know a thing about that. Wait a second! He chose 2 other people and made them trade? Can you do that? It must be possible, huh? So you can say that with confidence. So, isn't it about time you confess? Tell us your real reason for sharing the laptop. Such a deeply suspicious individual, Keiji. How about I hear the truth from your mouth? About what? In the statements the 2 give, I should either affirm correct ones or deny incorrect ones. Kyutaro couldn't do the 3rd trade. Exactly, because he was with us. The question is, how did you know the sacrifice? She's just rolling on ahead with this assumption that I knew, huh? My Kyutaro's really hacking. Let me just take a peek to do that. Precisely, you saw it directly. Kyutaro's intent was to negotiate with So. And as a condition for his trade, he showed So his sacrifice card. It's natural to think that. Such an active imagination, Miss Sara. How about you use that imagination to consider what their negotiation was like? Yes, even So's already recognized that fact. That's right. How did So react to Kyutaro's proposition? Exactly. You're frail, So. Surely wouldn't have that courage. Is that meant to be provocation? It's not working. Ugh, these adults are too cool-headed. I can't remember who... I thought he wasn't in the room, but maybe he was. I don't know. No, I'm sure Soul was on guard. Kyutaro had taken the laptop from him once before. Soul wouldn't let him into the room, no questions asked. Then did they make a deal through the door? How amusing. I just thought of a way. Okay, Kyutaro slipped the tablet under the door. Is that a thing you can do? I guess. That's exactly it! That's what Kyutaro did to propose his deal. So must have been fairly wary of Kyutaro, who could best him using force. So Kyutaro informed him that he was a sacrifice instead, in advance. Not vocally, but by showing him his tablet. So, you had yet another objective on top of tokens and the Sara folder. To control the sacrifice as you wanted. You got it. After the second trade, me and Kana were working on the escape plan. Then I heard Kyutaro through the door. "Want to make a deal?" he said. I didn't care to listen, but he slid his tablet under the door. And there I saw it. Sacrifice. How brave of him to go as far as offering up info just so I'd share the laptop. What do you know? Zara, you saw that first floor security footage, right? Well, it's the truth. I haven't discussed my first trial, have I? It was one absurd trial, I'll tell you. They told me, set up the props used for the death game. Then it's true? You set up the cards? Yeah, of course, I didn't know what they meant yet. Once I found out, I knew Kai's fate was set. It's like I killed him. Kai took the sage card I just placed at random. That's why I at least wanted to get Kai's laptop back. That's why I at least wanted to get Kai's laptop back one more time. Such an emotional story. So that's what drove you to give me a whole 100 tokens? 100? Nah. That's enough for 2 trades. Are you insane? But you let yourself enough for just 1 trade. How cunning. Pretending to risk your life, but not forgetting to protect yourself. What a dirty adult you are. Say again? All told, you left yourself an escape route. If you were in a pickle, you could pass the sacrifice off to someone else. That's why I decided to act first, and send the sacrifice to someone else. To Miss Sarah, always thinking of her allies. Is that the truth of the 3rd trade? I was hopeful it might make you tear off your sheep's clothing. Why does he do all this to me? But you went above and beyond my expectations. Huh? The 4th trade was you, wasn't it, Miss Sarah? What do you mean by that? I mean, the sacrifice is what killed Joe, yes? I didn't even have tokens. I didn't even have enough tokens. I couldn't do any trades. No tokens? That's hard to believe. Quiet, loner. I was with Big Sis Sarah on the 4th trade. Woo! So was I. Sarah didn't do any trade then. Well then. Must have been an ally who did it for you. Keiji, you took the sacrifice for Miss Sarah, didn't you? What? What's the meaning of this? It's really very simple. The 2 of them were accomplices. Ahem? Miss Sarah and Keiji formed a terrifying plan involving the sacrifice. To achieve victory in the main game by way of the sacrifice. They schemed to escape by working together and have Keiji win the vote. I suspect the 5th trade that followed was Miss Sarah and Keiji making a bluff. They just picked 2 random commoner cards to have trade. Did you say Shinogi Keiji is the sacrifice? That's all a wild fabrication. I mean, the sacrifice I had was taken away by the 5th trade. So spouting nonsense to lead everybody by the nose. If my reasoning is correct, Keiji is the sacrifice, and the sage is Miss Now, perhaps? I'm the sage? Yep. So it may well be fine to have Miss Now die this time. But wait a second. At the start, you were saying you were the sacrifice. Yep, and that was a lie. I'm a commoner. No way! Then, wouldn't you be in the same boat as me? Oh, I see. Guess choosing anybody but Keiji is the same in the end. Then let's vote for Kana, since she's the least valuable. So? Enough. Huh? It's been a long time since I've hated somebody this much. I'm taking a screenshot of this. So many good reaction images in this game. Here's a friendly little police report. I long since used up all my tokens. And you want me to just believe that? So, you're just dying to say I ended up being the sacrifice, aren't you? Unfortunately, I'm the keymaster. Huh? What are you saying? The keymaster is Kyutaro, though. Looks like we got him good. My real role is Sage. Kyutato's the Sage? Ridiculous, that's impossible! No, it's possible, alright. And as the Sage, I'm making an announcement. Keiji's without a doubt the Keymaster. That can't be true, that's all... You were on the right track to think accomplices. But it wasn't Sara I teamed up with, it was Kyutato. Beefy boy Kombi! Let's tell the truth of the fourth trade, shall we? The trade between Mr. Policeman and Kyutato. First, when So betrayed me with the sacrifice, I went stomping around in a rage. When I heard what happened, I proposed to Kyutato that we team up. And so in the fourth trade, you two traded your cards? That fourth trade sure ended up punishing the loner now. Yeah. Hold on, Kyutato, weren't you passed out during the fourth trade? That said, when I first spotted him, I just pacified him since he was pissed. But I ended up talking with Kyutato and we thought things over. In the fourth trade, I traded my card with Kyutato's Keymaster. But actually, I went and did this trade myself while Kyutato was passed out. Seems Kyutato figured it out during the main game and was able to put the story together. It's all owed to the power of that card, even my noticing of Kyutato's Keymaster. Seen you acted funny, Sara. I was convinced. Sacrifice had moved to you. I wouldn't let it stand. I decided to knock him down and take my tokens back. Keiji noticed me then and came to talk. Persuaded me to give it up. Didn't know what So was thinking after all. And so I trusted Keiji, and had him take custody of all my remaining tokens. All of them? I mean, Keiji could do the trade himself, but... Is he panicking? He hasn't worked out his logic. I'm sure Mr. Policeman was burning with the desire to see justice carried out, yeah. He used a whole 50 tokens to trade cards with Muscle Gorilla just to defeat the loner. Woo! Huh? Before, Mr. Policeman said he didn't have any tokens at the fourth trade, yeah. Then he couldn't have traded. Woo! Why, can't you make the proper trade, Shinogi Keiji? Versus... You gave him all your tokens, Nya? Sure did. And seems like that landed way outside So's ballpark. Shut up! Running out of leeway, are we? I've still got doubts. I can't be convinced with just that. After all, Keiji, why were you able to know about Kyutato having the Keymaster? Isn't the only way to do that during the main game with the Sage's power of clairvoyance? Huh, so you still don't know. Okie dokie, let's resume the discussion. We were able to extract a new statement from So. I just have to keep going. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. What a rash gorilla. Whoa. Did I say anything strange? Sure enough, seems like I got knocked out and taken out in advance. Okay. So I'm assuming we're gonna versus this. This. Power of that card, you don't mean... Yeah, the Sage's clairvoyance, of course. The Sage could use clairvoyance even outside of the main game? That's what the tablets are for. You intentionally didn't mention it! Unraveled all the mysteries now? This should prove it. Mr. Policeman used clairvoyance to see Kyutaro's Keymaster. Then I made the fourth trade to swap Kyutaro's Keymaster and my Sage. And now, there isn't even a need to discuss the fifth trade anymore. Convinced of your own victory earlier, you convinced I'm a commoner. Any other questions? No, there's something odd about Keiji's story. It'll become clear if I look back at the trades so far. Card I had at first was a commoner. Keiji's was the Keymaster. And in the first trade, Keymaster was sent to me and the commoner to Keiji. Next, the second trade. The sacrifice went to Kyutaro and his commoner went to someone else, probably now. Next, the third trade. So initiated a trade that sent me the sacrifice and Kyutaro the Keymaster. And the fourth trade, the Keymaster went to Keiji and the Sage to Kyutaro. Yeah, the question is like, how did Keiji get Sage? The part that's strange, sure enough, that's right, the Sage is out of place. Keiji should have been a commoner the whole time. So why did Keiji have the Sage at the time of the fourth trade? That must mean... No, that's not it. Because Keiji was able to see Kyutaro had the Keymaster. So it's true that he had the Sage. But the trades don't make sense like this. That must mean... Keiji's first card being the Keymaster, that was a lie! Keiji had the Sage from the beginning. And so his clairvoyance let him see who had the Keymaster from the beginning too. Which is why in the first trade, he could make me and the person with the Keymaster trade. But if he did that, hasn't he been lying to me this whole time? Are you really gonna vote for So? Now? Something's not right. We should discuss a little more. Stop it. Aren't you a candidate? You won't have to get picked. I'm afraid too, but I've just got this weird feeling. Are we sure So is really a commoner and that Keiji's the Keymaster? Now. You're exactly right. There are still mysteries remaining. In the fifth trade, why did someone trade for the sacrifice I had? And the other party was a commoner. This isn't a problem we can ignore. Yeah. This fifth trade, we should talk about it some. By any chance you pick the sacrifice, we're done for, you know. We shouldn't need any more discussion. Keiji? Digging up old conclusions is just gonna make us more lost. It's your turn to die, so... That's how it'll end. No! We can't do that, Keiji! As long as we have time, we should seek the truth. Alright. Let's do it. We'll discuss the roles of the four who are in the final vote. There's someone who moved Sora's sacrifice via the fifth trade. Shinogi Keiji is the Keymaster. The sacrifice should be Soul Kano or Now, yes? Is the loner really a commoner, Nya? Should we believe that? It's alright. So was convinced the whole time Sora traded away the sacrifice. In other words, Kano or Now. Which of them would have the sacrifice? Oh, I don't believe it. Keiji and Kyutaro are lying! It's just painful to think it over anymore. Vote for So. Let's end this, Sora. So was convinced the whole time that Sora traded away the sacrifice. That's to say, So fell for Keiji's trick. The location of the sacrifice or any other card. He didn't know one lick about the truth. If he'd stolen my tablet when he knocked me out, maybe he could have learned my card. But I kept it on me at all times, just to avoid that. Kept it tucked beneath my clothes. Underneath your clothes, there's a roll card tablet. So didn't have a chance to do tomfoolery. He's a commoner! His tablet, huh? Damn it, damn it! This doesn't seem to be very persuasive at all, which seems to be by design. Is there any possibility his Keymaster was sent somewhere else at some point? Kyutato's sage power should let him see that Keiji's the Keymaster. Then, is that possibility zero? What if it's all the loner lying? Well, I mean, we know the loner. Him not being able to refute anything is weird, yeah? Could it be he actually accomplices with Bucket Girl and putting on an act, yeah? If Hyoriso's unrest is genuine, was it Kizuchi Kana? Okay. Kyutato, you're saying you had your tablet on you at all times, yeah? Yep, take a look, it's right here. And when you woke up, where was it? Huh? On the table in the Last Supper room. On the table? I called that being off you, nya! As I thought. A tablet Kyutato has now is a spare. This tablet I picked up. It was lying near you when you were passed out. What'd you say? I would assume that this is Kyutato's original tablet. The question is, why was it lying on the floor? It's because Soul took the tablet from Kyutato. What? But they're locked by fingerprints. Woo! Sure, but while near him, you can bypass that by simply pressing the fainted Kyutato's finger to it. And so we arrive at an outrageous truth. What do you mean by that? Depending on when So looked at the tablet, he might have seen through our entire strategy. What? Worst time for it would be after the 4th trade. That's when Kyutato had the Sage and I had the Keymaster. If he saw the tablet then, he could use Kyutato's Sage power to also know I was the Keymaster. So it's just been acting fooled? Shoot, you got me. Or not. Wonder if I'm acting right now. Or maybe I'm telling the truth. So... Not good. Now, there's a possibility that So has the sacrifice. That's no good. We should vote for Hiyori So. Guess not. You can vote for Connor or Miss Now, whichever you like. Why you? Well then, let's resume the discussion, guys. We'll discuss who it's safe to vote for. We gotta find the one with the least chance of having to sacrifice. Hiyori's soul must be avoided at all costs, for we don't know what he's thinking. But between Bucket Girl and Big Sis Now, is there any real difference? You need a certain amount of tokens from the sacrifice to take the sacrifice from Sara in the 5th trade. All I can think of is tokens, yeah. Bucket Girl had a lot, and Big Sis Sao only had a little. What do we even do now, nya? Yeah. Tokens. We just have to choose now. Between Now and Kana. If you consider the token counts, you'll get your answer. But I don't know the aim of the one who did the trade. What possibilities are there? Like Ian says, Now hardly had any tokens. Surely she couldn't have been the one to take the sacrifice from Sara. Then is Now the one with the least likelihood? Wait, please. This isn't right. Biggs is Now! Least likelihood? Are you gonna kill me with such vague reasoning? Please, have another discussion. You're right. We can't end this discussion. What are you saying? I just remembered something. There is a way anyone could get tokens. Miss Sara, you know it too, don't you? Way for anyone to get tokens. Well, I mean, technically both of these, but... by stealing tokens from Neko's body! I knew you could do it. Big Sis now wouldn't do such a thing, yeah? But it's true. When I went to check the body, the tokens were already gone. And Now was closely inspecting the Room of Lies. Nah, it ain't just Now who could have done it. Couldn't any of us have gotten those tokens? In other words, everyone has the potential to possess the sacrifice. It all ends in a game of trust. And that last action is going to be the key. What were each of us doing at the time of the 5th trade? As in... just before the main game started? Ow. Hope you can find the sacrifice! Gosh, you're so tiresome. We have to determine based on Soul, Kana, and Nao's actions at the time of the 5th trade. I was sitting on the stairs thinking back on everything that had happened. I was in the laptop in the winner's room the whole time. Will you believe that? Kana wasn't really doing anything, just wandering absent-mindedly. Did anybody see what the three were doing? I was moving rubble with Shinogi Keiji. I didn't see what those three were up to. I was searching all by myself to see if there were other exits, nya. The friendly policeman was shoving aside rubble. I don't know a thing. Kana, why aren't you speaking? Are you hiding something, Kana? Heh. Come to think of it, I feel like you were the only one I didn't see around then. Really, where were you? I mean... I was looking for something I dropped. Something she dropped. If only I hadn't passed out! There was also a ring-up box right in front of me. What do you think, Miss Sarah? I can't take So's claim seriously. The hope of escape had vanished. I couldn't even stand up. Everything I'm saying is true. Sarah, please save me! I didn't see those three, nya. Sorry. Oh. Come to think of it, didn't you tell me you found something while searching? Yeah? Yeah! There's a smartphone on the stairs. Woo! What? But it wouldn't even make calls. It was useless for escape, nya. Arrested not a second while moving the debris. All I can prove is Shinogi Keiji's alibi. Okay. Let's see what everybody's got. I was looking for something she dropped. The thing she dropped was obviously the smartphone. She's the only one who has a smartphone. Kana, was it a smartphone you lost? How did you know? I was there when you got it! Sure enough. I bet it's the same smartphone I found in Kana's first trial room. Gin, tell me, where did you pick that up? It was a ways down the stairs, nya. Sheesh! She must have just dropped it while she was climbing all the stairs, surely. Are you protecting Kana? Are you protecting Kana, so? Me? Stick up for Kana? Think back for me. When we were climbing the stairs, So and Kana were walking in front. If she had dropped the phone then, everyone should have noticed. In short, this was only dropped after we all climbed up to the exit. Kana dropped it while descending the stairs. What did she descend for? What did you try to hide? Why did you try to hide this, Kana? Because... Big Sis Sarah, there's a message on this phone, yeah. Right. That's what Kana's sister... Huh? It's a different message. Thank you. I love you, sister. Now it's Kana's turn to protect her big sister. Because that's how Kana can atone. This... please give that back. Hold on. Did you write this, Kana? But Kana's big sister's already dead. Could it be the sister in this message is... No way. Her sister in heaven. Surely not. Is that right, Kana? Your sister here is me? Yeah. I know, it's strange. But Kana, to Kana, you're... And you wanted to save Sara that much? Yes. Hey, Kana. Was it you who traded away Sara's sacrifice? To avoid using the ring-up box in the winner's room, you returned to the 3rd floor to trade. Hey now, you're talking like Kana's... Are you saying she took the sacrifice to protect Sara? That's... so... It's inconceivable. No, I don't want to conceive of it. Deny it, Kana. What worthless reasoning. That's all Loda. No, it's all correct. You idiot! Don't say anything! Kana did the 5th trade. She won't hide the truth anymore. Kana! Okay. Kana did it. She really did it. To protect me. She took the sacrifice for herself. This is just the worst outcome. Such foolishness. So, you caught on at some point, didn't you? That's why you were trying to move the votes toward Kana. Shut up. Since there was no other way for Kana to survive. Please wait! Will you listen carefully to what Kana has to say? With the 5th trade, Kana switched her card and Sara's card. Once she knew escape wasn't possible anymore, she had no idea what to do. Then she looked at the phone. Seeing her sister's words calmed her heart. Why is it dripping? And she came to despise herself for not being able to do anything. This whole time, Kana had just kept betraying. Her sister, the others, Sara. She just had a feeling that So sent the sacrifice to Sara. Kana doesn't get the complicated trade talk. She can't even reason out who gave what. Even so, she was certain of just one thing. Because Sara's so kind, she couldn't trade the sacrifice to anyone. Kana. I love that it's like, it's not for lack of trying, it's because somebody literally stole my tokens. Sara's like, I feel like such an asshole. Kana. She didn't want to let Sara die. And also, she didn't want to make So a murderer. Jazz hands. That seemed more painful than her own death. So she traded her commoner for Sara's sacrifice. No. But... the card she received was a commoner. What? What's going on here, Kana? Kana doesn't understand either. She's sure she traded cards with Sara, but it wasn't the sacrifice. Unthinkable. What is Kana saying? It's all true. Please believe me. At any rate, we just have to talk about Kana's statement. I can't believe Bucket Girl. Woo! She's lying and trying to confuse us, nya. Well, maybe Kana just messed up who she was trading with or something? Some unique situation that caused the roll to just disappear. Is that possible, I wonder? It was machine error. Maybe that tablet broke and the trade went wrong? Don't tell me. I wonder if So hacked the roll cards themselves? don't know what to believe. I can't see through to the truth in their hearts right now. So I might just have to find the objective truth. The truth. Okay, so here's what I think happened. You have that line where Soul's like, all I can do now is hack the cards themselves. And so, like, he's saying that. So either he or Gosh hacked and got rid of the sacrifice card entirely. So it's, like, not even in the game right now. So he's gonna get killed, and then we're gonna have to go back and do this whole main game again. Or I don't know. They said there's a 24-hour recess if the floor master does a violation. But I don't know. Whatever. Let's see what people have to say. She's been betraying us over and over, nya. She's even less trustworthy than the loner. Woo! Don't trust the bucket girl, big sis Sarah. This is the truth. The truth can be very simple. This might be an absurd opinion, but So was spending his remaining time messing with the laptop in the winner's room, right? I wonder, did he hack the card data then? Is that even possible? Because, I mean, there isn't anyone but So who could cause an irregularity, is there? Someone who could cause an irregularity. Maybe the influence of Soul's hacking extended to the roll data or something. Some nice evidence would make that a whole lot more convincing. Too bad. I don't know how the ring-up boxes work, but if you're just saying names into the receiver, there could be mistakes. Yet my sacrifice definitely moved. If it ain't Kana's mistake, then maybe the floor master purposely changed the destination? Something like that. Gosh, changed the trade? Huh? Come to think. Wasn't Miley talking about some transgression of Gosh's just before the game? So's hardly saying anything. I can't read his thoughts. Okay. There was a possibility. Something separate from So's hacking. And an irregularity that definitely occurred. The transgression by Floor Master Gosh! Huh? Excuse me? Remember what Miley said before the main game? Gosh, are you listening? You've really gone and mucked things up. You made a flagrant transgression. One that shakes the very core of the main game. And despite being such a huge transgression, it hasn't shown itself at all thus far. And now, this illogical movement of the cards that's tormenting us. Could this be the very issue? Could this very issue be Gashu's transgression? If we believe Kana, that's the only explanation. So Uncle Crabstash manipulated the movement of the cards, nya? But for the Floor Master, what would be the merit of doing that? Well, there was some sort of merit, and that's why Gosh pushed through with the argument. I see. If his goal could be made clear, maybe we'd know. Who he moved the sacrifice to, that is. Quite the off-mark inference. Is it alright for you to be using your time on this? Gosh. If you haven't engaged in any misconduct, then promise us. I know the Floor Master's code. If we can expose your transgression, this main game won't count! We demand a second attempt 24 hours later. You just know everything, don't you? As to be expected from Ms. Chidoi and Sara. Promise or no promise, I will simply carry out my duty as per the code. What? You for real? He said it. Within 24 hours, he could even reattempt our escape. But are you certain? If you cannot prove it, you will only be losing time spending on other reasoning. It's okay. This new possibility we've spun. This theory wasn't being directed at Gosh. So, please tell us the truth. The other possibility is that you did some sort of hacking to the roll card, so if we know whether that claim is true or not, we can fight. Let's all combine forces to win an extension. Kana. Yes? You really don't have the sacrifice? It's okay. Kana really doesn't have the sacrifice. I see. I didn't access the roll cards. I didn't do any hacking to them. So, that's the truth, Miss Sara. No lies, no tricks. Alright, let's quit deceiving each other. Let's work to expose Gosh's transgression. Just what I wanted to hear. This is a turning point in our destiny. A path we never could have reached if we trapped by endless suspicion. A path of all of us trusting each other and battling the kidnappers head on. Together we'll expose Gosh's misdeed. Gosh had something to gain from tampering with the trade. Perhaps he sent the sacrifice towards someone he wanted to kill? Or else, you think there was somebody who Gosh didn't want to die? Is there an answer in the clues we have left? There's a fundamental issue. Maybe the sacrifice wasn't actually sent to anybody? Ugh, these are good jams. Man, I want the OST. Think about it. Gosh has plenty of reason to hold a grudge toward him. By formulating an escape plan, he trampled on his honor as a floor master. You're talking about Hyoriso! So Gosh's transgression was making the sacrifice vanish. Seems unthinkable, sure, but it's just one possibility. There is something curious about the antagonism between Gosh and Miley. Out of all the evidence we've seen so far, is there anything related to this transgression? If there is, I should show it to Kana. And if there isn't, I should tell her there isn't. The person with the sacrifice is real likely to die. That's why Gosh meddled. Like, I don't want them to die, so I'll move the sacrifice to somebody else. Who's them here? It's obvious, the person who'd normally end up having the sacrifice. Kana! It's out there, but maybe in reality, Gosh is an ally? Like, he wanted this to be exposed so he could put a period on the main game. Is that too unthinkable? Okay, what do I have to show Sara? Hang on, what did you say? Book 2? Yeah, okay. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I meant Kyutaro. Oh, I was just thinking like you guys were I don't know if the sacrifice wasn't actually sent to anybody. That's what I think actually happened. It's these two? Okay, so I've been following the logic on this pretty well so far. This one I'm not exactly sure. What items do I have? Wait a minute, how many votes were there? Everybody got 2 and then I got 1, right? Hang on. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'd be 8. So there were 2, 2, 2, 2. Right? Which would be... Oh, yeah. Okay, it does check out, because then there'd be 9. Because there was me and then 8. I went elsewhere. Huh. Maybe these two? I've got plenty of clouds, so like... I already tried that. Let me make a save real quick. Nobody's changing their expression. Alright, let me try talking to these people again, see if there's something else. That's what I thought. We've discussed all of the evidence already. Unless there's some new evidence that hasn't come up in discussion, I don't see any leads. Some yet unused evidence. Unused evidence, huh? Oh, these. The only clue that hasn't been used yet is this roster. Huh? Looks kind of familiar. That's just like the torn up paper I found on the first floor, nya. Well, technically you found it on the second floor. Though, what use does this have? Why? Why do you have that? Huh? Ugh, Miley? Curse her, handing internal documents to participants. Internal documents? Gosh, just what is this roster? Okay, I have this whole time been assuming that it's like everybody's odds of survival or winning. What indeed? He caught on to the fact I don't know what this means. You did good, Sarah. Huh? Gosh, just made a slip of the tongue. You freaked him out. I have that effect on people. Whatever could you mean? Your son was a whole lot better at playing dumb, huh? Meaning because these papers have. Can't even guess, but... there's value in solving this mystery. You got time. Let's thoroughly talk out anything suspicious about this roster. There are 4 bound sheets, and 4 names on each sheet. Besides our names, there's a bunch of names I've never even heard. Huh? This roster doesn't seem to be sorted by name. Also, you're not on it? Like, does that not concern you? Hold on a sec. There are participants whose names aren't on this, huh? A roster? That's reminding me of something, yeah. If you want to look closer at the roster, tell Mr. Policeman and we'll look at it together. Alice has nothing to say. Roster. Ah, I remembered it, yeah? The bar on the first floor. Woo! There was a list of names on the blackboard, yeah? Now that you mention it, that was a roster too. But I couldn't possibly recall everybody's name. I memorized it, yeah. Huh? Kendrink was Alice, Kai, Kazumi, Keiji, Shinsuke, So, Naomichi, Mai, Megumi, Reiko, Kyutaro. Nya! Can't Drink was Anzu, Kana, Gin, Kugie, Sara, Joe, now Hinako, Nanmaru. Woo! That's amazing, Gin. Easier than learning the prefectures of Japan, yeah. I don't know about that. By the way, Big Sis Sara, your roster. It's missing the names Kai, So, Kugie, Joe, and Now. This is important info. Was that useful, nya? Look at this! The names are sorted by percentage! How creepy. What sort of ratio are the numbers supposed to represent? These numbers are clearly out of place. Might they hold the key to solving this? Who would have made this roster, I wonder? Probably Miley. That's what Gosh's reaction seemed to indicate, too. Is there no follow-up to these sheets? Follow-up? No, there wasn't anything else. Is that so? Sorry. Kurumada, Hayasaka, Kinashi, Tsurugi, a ton of other people I don't know. Are these people who died in the first trial before they could meet us? That might be it. How many people these kidnappers gotta kill till they're satisfied? All of them. Nah, now's not the time to get emotional. Joe isn't on this either. What are you trying to say? Sorry, no ill will meant. I'm just laying out the facts to reason from. Counting them now, there are 4 of us participants whose names aren't listed here. 4 of us. Oh, okay, this is like if I want to physically look at it. Okay, so Soul's not on here. Nao's not on here. Joe's not on here. Kai's not on here. And, Kugie, I guess. Visual? Okay. Alrighty, let's see what everybody's got. Kai, Soul, Kugie, Joe, and Nao. So, what did you just say? Huh? There are 4 people's names missing. Yeah? Kai, So, Kugie, Joe, and Nao aren't listed, so... Huh? That's 5! Woo! Huh. I guess I rushed and miscounted. Sorry. Sorry, this ain't the time to be poking it with little mistakes like that, alright? No, this mistake isn't just a trivial issue. Why did Soul get it wrong? That's what's important. Gosh, tell us how many participants were dragged into the death game. That would be 20. There are 16 listed on the roster. If we had the unlisted 5, doesn't that come to 21 people? So is not supposed to be here. 1 too many? What's that mean, ya? There were exactly 20 names on the blackboard. Woo! Well then, let's compare the names on the paper roster with those on the blackboard. Okay, blackboard names are like this. Alice, Kai, Kazumi, Keiji, Shunsuke, So, Naomi, Chimai, Megumi, Reiko, Kyutaro, Hanzu, Kanagin, Kugie, Sara, Joe. No, Hinako. First, the 5 not listed on the roster are Kai, So, Kugie, Joe, and Nao. Let's remove those 5. On the first sheet, all 4 names are present. Second sheet, similarly, all 4 names are here. Third sheet, this one too. And the fourth sheet. Ah, Shin isn't there. Huh? Kimi Shin? That's the only person not on the blackboard, yeah? We've arrived at 21st person! What's going on? Just who is this person? Who is Tsukimi Shin? Oh, are you not actually So, and you're actually Tsukimi Shin? Is it one of us? Okay, let's calm down. What does that mean exactly? An alias? If someone is using an alias... I see. Kimi Sheen is one of us! And they rewrote their alias on the blackboard! No way! Interesting. If we follow that logic, Kimi Sheen has already been identified. What'd you say? Sorry, let's work this out. If all the names on the paper roster are real, there's someone whose real name hasn't been revealed. Me! Someone not on the blackboard. Is it someone not on the blackboard? Nope, wrong. You tired, Sarah? Yes, I'm so tired. All the names of the paper roster are real, there's someone who hasn't... someone not on the roster. It's one of the people not on the paper roster. Kai, Sol, Kugie, Joe, or Now. Right you are. Alright, let's discuss those five's names. They're beautiful. Your parents did a good job. This is my real name. Professor Mishima always called me Miss Now, remember? I'm using my real name too. It was written there at the prize exchange, right? Kugie is the name of Kana's sister. Big Bro Joe was using a fake name Big Sis Art. Figure out right away, yeah. Kai's name was on his laptop. Based on the email logs, that should be his real one. Imagine a world where, like, everybody uses their real name for their email. Like, that's really funny. Oh, it's her Tumblr username. That means it must be her real name. Although I do use my real name for my Tumblr name, I guess. I am actually named Jess. If you want to check the roster, come to help with Mr. Policeman anytime. Please believe me, Sarah! I do really doubt it's an alias. Big Sis Sarah, is Big Bro Joe his real name? Oh! Of course it is. Good, yeah. It's a real name, of course. I would never forget my precious sister's name. Ain't even a trace of him being called another name. Yeah. What's the matter, Keiji? Oh, just impressed by how calmly he could lie. Lie? Sarah, recall the prize exchange. Prize exchange? Huh? Remember? There were photos, but no names anywhere. Ah, was that right? I must have had it wrong. So what exactly are you afraid of? Afraid? So is... You said you'd tell the truth, right? To defeat Gosh together? We're your allies. Try trusting us. So? No. Kimi Sheen? So? Is Kimi Sheen? Well, I mean, like, Sheen is a boy's name. I mean... I want to trust you all, too! But I... So? He's trying to say something. Oh, fuck! In that case, I'll draw it out. Oh no, this is like the fucking Kana bullshit. Ah, damn it. God damn it, come on. Oh, that's right, and he ripped his name off the back of the thing. I I guess that means that, like, everybody was just like, fuck you now. You don't get an AI. Yeah, thank God. So, this is the moment to reveal your true self. My real name is... Kimi Sheen. I'll tell you everything, even the secret of that roster. You know about it, nya? Yeah. Because that's exactly the same as what I got in my first trial. What'd he say? Tell us, what the heck does this thing mean? It's the victory rate for the participants in the death game. Told ya. There's the weird percentages on the left, right? Those are everyone's chances of surviving the death game to the end. Their odds of winning. Foolishness. How would they know such a thing? Because... they use the AIs of us to run tests! Right, they ran simulations of innumerable death games, all done entirely digitally. They explained at horrible length to me how accurate this data was. And I saw my own percentage. 0%. Certain death. I absolutely can't survive this death game. That's why I had to abandon myself. I don't want to die. I can't stop shaking. I'm gonna be killed. Everyone will choose me by vote and kill me. I don't want that. Hey! Hiya. A shadow illuminated by light spoke to me. Just a random question, but do you know what a majority vote is? He talked to me. Cornered me. Okay then, let's go. Gah! It hurts! Stop! Strength in numbers. You're a helpless sheep who'll be eaten by the strong. If you don't want to die, you change. I threw Kimi Sheen away. So? Why assume the name Hiyori So? Was he an acquaintance? I wonder. Dear me, what a heart-wrenching tale. But time has expired, everyone. We're out of time? Sorry, it is nearly time for voting. Hold on a sec, our discussion! Did you make any progress? It was all unrelated to my transgression. Revealing the truth of the roster, did that make any progress? That's... Kimi Sheen, have you any more info in this roster? If I did, I wouldn't hide it now! Sarah, is there any other evidence that proves his transgression? Evidence of his transgression? I have important evidence. I have important evidence. Let us hear it. What would that be? Kakeru. Damn it. Gah, no way! Is it hopeless? Maybe there's nothing else we can do. Are you giving up, Sarah? I rewrote the blackboard. And also, I destroyed my own monitor in the monitor room. I've told you everything, just like I swore. So please, save me. When it's an extension, please. Of course I will. I feel it. So's trust in me. A real bond. Of course I will, So. Sarah. This is our last chance. Let's think like mad about anything connected to this transgression. We'll all think about it and win, yeah? No slacking, loner. Yeah, I know. Guys, our discussion's definitely progressing. We've unraveled the mystery of this roster. Let's trust that the truth of this transgression lies beyond that answer. This is your final discussion. Use it meaningfully. See, like, these games always try to make you feel bad for these characters, and they're like, oh no, he was scared of dying, and that's why he was a huge pain in the ass to everybody. And it's like, maybe you wouldn't have been chosen to die if you weren't such a dumb asshole who was annoying as shit. Got it! This roster lists the chances of survival for the participants of the death game. You said they determined these chances of victory by running simulations with AIs, right? Is there something about these sheets we're overlooking? Indeed, the most unusual aspect is the fact there are only 16 names here. If so is an alias, that means there's actually 4 not listed, right? Kai, Kugie, Joe, and Nao. Are the 4 not on the roster, nya? Kinda curious how Sara's chances of victory are the highest, huh? No, not really. I mean, I am the protagonist. Let's check it together, Sara. We've established the chances of victory in everyone's real names, but... For instance, we haven't touched on them yet, so maybe there's something odd about the occupations. The occupations? Can't think of any common points between those 4, but... maybe we can figure something out in common between the 16 who are on the roster. What these 16 have in common. Even I wasn't told any more details than that. I just got a whole lecture on how exact and unmistakable their data was. Can you recall anything else at all? What is it? Now that I think about it, they might have used the word candidates, not participants. Well, not that there's any difference between participants and candidates, is there? There's a lot of difference. If there's a chance the kidnappers were using those terms distinctly, then maybe... participants and candidates. Kimi Sheen there stated on this roster showed rather accurate chances of victory. What about the chances of the 4 who aren't listed? Don't you think their actions could even affect the odds for the 16? As for the reason they're not listed, I don't want to think it, but perhaps those 4 dolls or something. Dolls? Since we learned the loner's real name, there's no question it's these 4. Woo! But I don't know what they have in common, yeah. There's a mix of living people, not living people, and some we never met. Woo! Must be something in common. You said they determined the chances of victory with these AIs. Our AI selves must have killed each other again and again for this data, and been reset. Could that monitor room have been a place where they did the test runs? Wait, they're AIs, so they'd only have to fight digitally. True. No reason they would needed to assemble in that room. Come to think of it, I heard there was something unique about the AIs in the monitor room. That they were all candidates who survived the first trial. All the candidates. Alright. What's everybody got? Alright, so I'm gonna have to... Somebody's stuff needs to be... "16 on the roster have in common." Well, I mean, like, yeah. I'm sure they refer to the same thing. Alright, I know that this is important, but I need to... Arcanine versus each other. Well, I'll try these two, see if these work. Nah, doesn't work. So it wasn't a job hopper then. Like, I know where we're going with this, but I wanna... In the digital world, we must have been made to kill each other again and again. This version of Digimon sucks. Can it survive the reverse trial? That's not it. Hang on. What's this about candidates? Are participants and candidates really the same? The participants, those listed, are the 20 people who were brought into this death game. Then what are these candidates the floor master spoke of? Those qualified to win. It's those with the qualifications. The right. Those who fulfilled the conditions to be the ultimate winner. And with that in mind, if Gosh, who swears loyalty to the organization, were to make a transgression, he'd try to kill a candidate? Did he try to kill a candidate? Wrong. That would be defying the organization. Oh, I see, okay. What if there's someone among us who doesn't have the right to victory? A non-candidate? Gosh would try to kill them! That's why he tampered with the sacrifice! I should know it now. Who here is not a candidate? It's pretty obvious. It's the only one that's still alive. Now! Yes? You have the sacrifice, don't you? Huh? This roster lists the names of the candidates who are qualified for victory. Even Kimi Sheen, with a 0% chance to actually win, is listed. But now, out of us survivors, your name is the only one missing. And in the monitor room, too, there was no AI of you. No, there didn't exist a Now AI to begin with. Because you were an outsider who didn't meet the qualifications to be a candidate. And so Gosh tried to kill you. He sent the sacrifice with its high risk of death to Now. This was your transgression, Gosh. Fantastic, simply fantastic. Such overwhelming mind power, such cooperation, you salty. Shoddy skill, you were the chosen one. It's over. All the energy's leaving me. Our long, long discussion. And at the end, we earned it. Victory. A moment's survival. I'm sorry, everyone. I kept quiet about the sacrifice the whole time. Thinking about what would happen, we couldn't do it. I just couldn't say it. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, no. All the fault lies with Gosh! Answer me, Gosh. Candidates. This death game. What's all of it mean? I will say but one thing. Everyone, have you ever harbored doubts about your upbringing? Huh? That is my first and last hint for you. Last? Miss Chidoin Sara, you have overlooked something important about the Floor Master's code. About the code? It is written clearly. 4. If there is misconduct during the main game, it either proceeds with the transgressor's death, or must be retried 24 hours later. Huh? And I promised you that I would fulfill my duty as per the code. If I take responsibility on my life, then the main game shall continue. You're kidding. Stop! Everyone, please earn victory. No way! This is... foolish. Suicide? No, no! This is impossible. It should be over. Why this? He was going to do this from the start? Why? For just a day's extension, we hung on stubbornly and put our lives on the line. And yet Gosh casually threw his life away. He easily shot down our hope. Who could be capable of such a thing? He's a demon. A demon! This shouldn't have... Sophalin! Please, it's an emergency, right? Suspend the main game! I can't do that. I can only act as a substitute. No, you're really gonna continue? This is all within the rules. If I refuse, everyone will die. This isn't right! This isn't right at all! I'm begging you. It doesn't have to be 24 hours. At least let us retry! I'm sorry. I'll do anything, so please! I'm sorry. Now is the sacrifice. No one will vote for her. And we need to choose, too. One of the commoners. So Arcana. Now's the sacrifice. I'm the Keymaster. I can only vote for So Arcana. I guess it's clear who you'll vote for. Sorry, So. Even if you didn't piss me off, I'd not be super jazzed about being the only girl left. Everyone, won't you vote for Kana? I'm tired. As much as I contribute, everyone's gonna choose me, right? Please, someone, save me. Anything. Huh? What are you... Please, vote for Kana. What are you saying, Kana? I'm sure you understand. Between So and Kana, which of us isn't necessary? Kana already intended to die from the moment she tried to trade for Sara's sacrifice. Kana. Please, this is about the only thing Kana can do. In exchange, I want you to believe in So. Because he's really not a bad person. Why can't I say anything? Kana's throwing her life away to protect So. Am I just going to watch in silence? Kana! Don't be ridiculous, Kana! So? Self-sacrifice? That's worthless! You really are a kid, Kana. A thoughtless kid with a backwards notion that if she dies, it'll solve everything. My feelings won't change. Be quiet, Kana. Guys, we have our conclusion. Hurry up and vote. Sorry, you hated me from deep down, right? Aren't I awful? Yeah, you are. You won't get another chance like this. So, Kana doesn't have any wisdom. Can't even hack. I told you to shut up, Kana. Please, remember the first main game. We all chose Kai as the victim. For our survival, we didn't choose by feelings, but logic. But wasn't that a mistake? Real failure is wavering. Not trusting your own beliefs is weakness. Stop it! And this time, the right thing to do is choose logic so you can escape. You should choose Kana! Just stop it! This is becoming an intense race for class president. It's time to vote. I cannot wait any longer. Touch your voting tablets, or everyone will die. Got it. Mr. Policeman, just voted for Kana. Keiji! Thank you very much. This ain't a joke. I'm ashamed of you, Keiji. Sacrificing a kid for the sake of adults? That's a demonic choice you just can't make. I'm voting for So. Alice, you chose Kana, right? I can't choose anyone's little sister. Kimi Shin, I'm voting for you. Fine by me. Now if we just vote for ourselves, that's 3-2. Gin, should be easy choice for you too, right? I do hate the loner. But it's not like I want him to die. Dumbass, if you don't choose me, I'll use you next time and get you killed. Wait, what does suggest a way out mean? You don't have to take responsibility, Gin. Big Sis Sara. If you vote for Kana, it'll be tied 3-3. Your vote won't cause anyone to die. But then, Big Sis Sara, your vote will... It's okay, Gin. I'll take responsibility. I voted for Bucket Girl, yeah. Now it's just me. My vote will decide everything. It'll decide it all. We did it, Sara. Now? Do you remember the conditions for the sacrifice to win? The sacrifice wins, even if it's a tie for first. Now, So has 3 votes, Kana has 3 votes. And as the sacrifice, I can vote for myself twice. If you vote for me, that's 3 votes for everyone. I can win by a tie for first. Say what? Let's return home together, Sara. Big Sis Sara, you won't do that, right? Oh man, I'm gonna have to go through all that dialogue again to do the next thing. Couldn't I also vote for Keiji, technically? Because, I mean, I forget how it works, but, like... Because then, Nao votes for herself, she gets 2 votes. So she gets 2 votes. Keiji gets 1 vote, and then these guys both have 3. So then, like, it's still a tie and nobody has to die, right? Because that's what they said way back when, with Mishima and everything. I'm gonna vote for Keiji. Let's see what happens. No, that's the one thing I can't do. Why? Why the fuck not? That beats the fucking... Oh my god. Sara, come on. You should fucking channel Madoka here. We'll vote for... So I'm assuming that voting for Nao gets you a bad end. Which I'll come back and do later. So I won't do that right now, because this is going to be deciding, like, my quote-unquote canon run. I like Kana better than So, because he pisses me off, and I hate this fucking kind of character, and I just want him to get the fuck out of here already. And I'm sorry, I just can't be swayed by a backstory for these kinds of characters, because it's like, you know, the whole reason everybody hates you and you're on the chopping block now is because you were a fucking little shit this whole time. And if you had not been a little shit, then you wouldn't be on the chopping block, would you? Stupid fuck. So, I'm gonna vote for him because that's what I want to do. Fuck you. That's just fine, Sarah. You hated me enough to kill me, isn't that right? That's true. It is true. I fucking hate you. I did want to kill you. That's why you weren't mistaken at all. Well then, I'll announce the results. Keymaster was Shinogi Keiji, Sage was Burgerberg Kyutaro, and Sacrifice was A Gokoro Now. I see. So this is your answer, Sara? Ow. It's strange. I couldn't stop shaking from fear. The moment you decided, that stopped. I'm glad. I'm glad I didn't have to betray you all. Now. Oh, I forgot to mention. Second card trade was by me. I traded away the sacrifice card by using the tokens Reiko had on her. So Reiko protected you once now. You were a close friend to Reiko. There's no question of that. Thank you very much. Wonder if I'll meet Reiko and the professor over there. I wanted to finish that painting. Well then, it's time for the execution. Wait! Miss Sara, take this. This is... It's an instant death switch. Unless you want her suffering to be long, you just have to press it. Begin. Nah, we'll let you suffer a little bit. Not because I dislike now, but just because I'm curious what happens. Okay. I don't want to die, don't push it! No! Now expired. Professor, I'm sorry. The present I was going to give you, I still couldn't finish it. That's all right. You'll have plenty of time now. Paint to your heart's content now. Yeah! I couldn't push the button. To the very end, Nell said she didn't want to die. There's no way I could push it. Once again, I couldn't protect them. They died. Again. Next is So. Wait! Stop it already, please, Sophalid! Please move aside. I need to activate the device. Don't kill So. Don't kill our ally, please! Ally? Worthless. So worthless. You don't have any last words, do you? I'll begin the execute... I'm not gonna die. Huh? You think I'll do what you want? Your collar. What? Exit's that way, huh? It's futile. This facility has a defense system. Got weapons like this, too? No dice, after all. Pathetic, after all I did. Maybe I should have believed in everyone. Miss Sarah. There's actually just one thing wrong in your reasoning. And I'll tell you what it is. My final present. Where did So go? My feet guided as if moved by... Wait, hold on. My feet move as if guided by something. Some sort of premonition is calling me. So! So's body is limp. No! You can't! Even if you got your collar off? You said you wouldn't let the kidnappers do what they wanted, right? Please, please respond! I keep shaking him, but he isn't moving a muscle. He's not breathing. No. So has already expired. Ah! Ah! Even so, everyone just keeps dying. Whatever I do, as much as I struggle, it was all meaningless. I'm powerless. I can't stand up anymore. I hear a noise from the monitor. Why is this on, I wonder? No, it doesn't matter. I don't want to think anymore. Nothing's going to change now. My actions can't affect anything. Everyone is dying. Just like So here. Something's off. Why is So in this position? Don't tell me So was trying to use this machine? Looking closely at the keyboard by his hands, there were bloodstains from him using it. Did So turn on this monitor? But for what? I looked at the monitor. Huh? What? Is this some kind of joke again? There was a familiar face. The face of my best friend, who I always saw at school. Joe! Is that Sarah? What's going on without me? Inconceivable. It's another hallucination. I've finally broken down. Guess there shouldn't be an AI of Joe. That doesn't matter to me right now. Joe! Is that you, Joe? Huh? Yeah. Sarah? Sarah, what are you crying for? I couldn't do anything. I killed you. Even though you were my best friend. Sarah. But still. I thought everyone would escape together. And yet they've kept dying. Professor Mishima and Kai and Neko and now and So. I can't protect anyone. I can't save anyone. I can't do anything. My heart is buckled under. Get a hold of yourself, Sarah. Joe. Why'd you become such a whiner? I mean, those tears don't suit you, Sarah. Why? You're so cold, Joe. You know, we're hanging out all the time before we even knew it, huh? Having stupid talks on summer break, buying junk food after school, getting Yoko laughing at us. And when my grades tanked, you were the one freaking out, Sarah. Never asked to go studying. Oh, and I remember all those dumb requests you made me sing at karaoke. I sang it with all I had, so you were cracking up. Every day was super fun, man. When bad stuff happened and it wasn't fun, you were there talking to me. Sarah, I feel nothing but gratitude for you. Gratitude? I don't know about all this betrayal or dying. I don't have any memory of that part. But I know this. You'll always make choices I can trust, Sarah. Joe. Were you thinking I hated you or something? Don't put me down, Sarah. I'm not that kind of self-righteous guy. So don't cry anymore, Sarah. So cheeky. When you're Joe of all people. Sarah, believe in yourself. I'll always follow you. You know, like a dog. Now you have a dog and a cat. Ah, that's right. Guess I should say, well, it's hard for a guy and a girl to say this sort of stuff to each other, but I love you, Sarah. You're my best friend. I always wanted to say that too. Joe, you're my best friend. I won't cry anymore. I won't lose. Please, always watch me from nearby. Yeah! Thank you, Joe. And also, Saul was always clinging to me. This false hallucination I created. But now, I won't look at it anymore. I'll move forward, and I'll end this death game. Sarah! I'm okay now. Thanks to Sarah! That look on your face. Listen to me, everyone. We aren't gonna kill each other anymore. They won't make us do that ever again. I'm going to end the death game. I'm on board, no matter how tricky our opponent. I'm gonna fight too. I shall avenge Nico and now. I don't want anyone to die either. I'll make him learn So's regret, yeah. I won't submit anymore. Everyone is prepared. We won't lose our way. Let's claim our future. You're doing well, Sarah. Your father's glad you survived. Now let's begin, shall we? The final death game. Thank you for playing. Waiting room until the next episode is released. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna make a shave. Let's make this an easy one to find. Let's make it 50. Okay, so this is my canon run, and then, let's go back and see what happens if I pick now. And Kana. And I'm back. Let's see what happens if I vote for Kana instead. Thank you, Sarah. Why? Why didn't you choose me? I'll never forgive you, Sarah. Sarah, before I go, could you give me a hug? Yeah. You're warm. Well then, I'll announce the results. Don't move! Where the fuck did you get a gun? That's Gashu's. Oh, that answers that question. Come near Kana, I'll shoot! It's futile. Kana's execution won't be changing. Why? Ain't you different from Gashin, Miley? You carried out her execution with such a pained look. You don't really want this, do you? You don't understand, do you? I've always been your enemy, see? I'm coming closer. Ah! The gun let out a click. It was empty, I see. Damn you! It's fine now. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sora. Kana! Please take care of So. Everyone, get along together. Activating color device. The human flower. My neck hurts. Just now, human flower seeds were injected by your necklace through your body. Stop, Sophalin, what are you doing? Please be at ease. She won't suffer like Miss Now. Roots will spread through her body, and a feeling of comforting numbness. She'll die beautifully. Now, they will bloom. Kana expired. This is how the Chosen One meets her end. So long as the flowers don't wilt, her body will always be preserved beautifully. Kana, are these like perennials or what? I'm sorry, Kana. We needed So to escape. I chose logic. The worst possible choice. I'll kill you. Worthless. It's all worthless. Floor Masters, Sora. Every one of the riffraff. I'll kill every one of you who killed Kana. That's right. And first will be Sora. I wonder where So is. Searched around, my mind dazed. Couldn't save Now or Kana. I don't care. I don't want to look at that reality anymore. For now, I'll look for So. Man, fuck So. The screen is glowing. Wonder what it is. Gazed at the screen absent-mindedly. Yo, Sora! Huh? Is this some kind of joke again? There was a familiar face. Face of my best friend who I always saw at school. Joe. Inconceivable. It's another hallucination. I've finally broken down. Because there shouldn't be an AI of Joe. That doesn't matter to me right now. Joe, is that you, Joe? Yep. So, it looks like you've been well. You murderer. Huh? I should have understood this. This was a hallucination. A false Joe I created. Wait, I shouldn't respond to it. Let me hear it. Who'd you kill this time? You're wrong, I didn't kill... Gotta ignore it. You voted, didn't you? Sacrifice someone weaker than you to survive. No, that's wrong, Joe! I mean... This isn't Joe. Sorry, you've really changed. I can't breathe. I'm being killed by my hallucinations. What's your excuse for this time, Sarah? Shut up. Shut up! What do you know? You left me and died on your own. Just give me a break. Forgive me. Can't do that, Sarah. You know how much I suffered? I'll show you once more. Huh? A hellish sight. Last thing I wanted to remember. Joe's end. God, my upstairs neighbor must be like, what the fuck is she doing? Sarah! Are you okay, Sarah? Keiji. Thanks is sorry you came too, nya. You were passed out in the room of rubble. In front of that video. It was an AI of Tazuna Joe. Why in the world was that there? It was a fake Joe somebody set up out of malice. Sorry, don't worry about anything it said. What are they talking about? Keiji? Who is Joe? Interesting. It's actually a lot more interesting than I thought it would be. Although, I'm not jazzed about being the only girl left. That's kind of bullshit, but other than that, that's pretty interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and make a second save here at number 49. Okay, and then I guess we'll go back and pick now and get that bad end. Woo! Okay, and now it's time for Bad End Rodeo. Thank you so much, Sarah. No way, Big Sis Sarah, you betrayed us, nya? Can't be serious, you wouldn't. Is that your answer, Chidoin Sarah? This is reality, Keiji. Strong will tell you, I'm your ally, don't be afraid, trust me. And in the end, they'll just betray you. At the convenience and whims of the strong, the weak will die. Well, learned a little something about how uneasy a weakling always feels. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. I've gotten tired. I don't want to die. I just want to go home. I don't want to play this death game anymore. Even if it costs all your lives. So, goodbye. A sea of red unfolds before my eyes. There's no salvation. Tearfully, Soflin carried out the exacting executions one after another. Everyone struggling in anguish screams. Didn't listen to them. There's no way I could. Keiji, Gin, Kana, So, Kyutaro, Alice. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Sarah. Don't cry, Sarah. From now on, I'll always be with you. When we get home, I'll make you delicious meals. We'll sleep soundly, bathe in the morning sun, go on walks together. What are we, getting married? Let's live happily for everyone. It's okay. I'll bear this cross. You did nothing wrong, Sarah. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. Sorry, you did nothing wrong. Okay, so it's like an actual ending. Alright, let's go back to the waiting room. and put on some tunes, because I want to talk about some stuff. I don't know which one of these I want to go for. What the hell is Clown Song? Oops. Oh. I'm gonna go with Reason It Out. No, that's not what I want. Not so. Hang on, I'm playing with this for a minute, and then I'm gonna talk about a thing. I do like this one, but no, it's not what I wanted. Maybe it's 12? No. Don't be daunted? Is it this one? No, that's not it either. God damn it, where's the one I'm looking for? No. Is it Major Panic? I like that one. No, that's not it either. Sorry. Anyway, we're gonna go with this one for right now. So, I want to talk about a couple of things. So, that's Sarah's dad at the end there, I guess, is what I'm gathering. And, like, I fucking said that her dad's involved in this shit. You know, and, like, she's the one who's gonna be groomed to be the one to take over the crime empire. And it's to try and get her to be less, I guess, like, harden her to, like, feelings of having to get rid of people and use people. So it's interesting to see kind of like where it's going to go in the Kanadai's route kind of thing. That's kind of an interesting thing to think about. So I want to talk about a couple of other things. And so Gosh made this pretty explicit when he was talking about this, like right before he shoots himself, but I actually had an epiphany when I was responding to another comment on an earlier video where I was like, yeah, I really like how this game kind of has a lot of characters who have, you know, like non-traditional family structures. You've got, you know, Sarah, who's adopted but probably isn't aware. You've got Kana, who is adopted and is aware of it. You've got Kyutaro, who's aged out of, like, the foster care system. You've got Keiji, who's from a single mom household. You've got Gin, who's from a blended family. You've got I'm trying to think of who else, like, the other, like, candidate folks. Who else would it be? I'm trying to remember what we know about other people's upbringings. We don't really know anything about Shinso at this point, although it does seem to be implying that, like, maybe Kana is his younger sister because he's, like, so weirdly protective of her. There's also, like, I mean, I guess we don't really know anything about Mishima's backstory either, or a bunch of the people who are on the roster, but, like, not but that we never met because they died in the first trial. There's so many. Like, let me see, who else do we not know about? For Alice and Reiko, like, they're siblings, but maybe they're not actually siblings, or maybe they're siblings who came from different families? I don't know, they're step-siblings or something? I'm not really sure. So, now that I'm thinking about, like, that's like a theme that's clearly going on here, so what I wanna think about going forward for the next bit is that I'm wondering if the you know, the story going forward is going to be about, like, the whole, like, people finding out that, like, their quote-unquote family has not actually been their family this whole time. And I think that's really interesting. So, you know, I'll have to see where that goes. Like I said, I'm incredibly tired right now, so my brain isn't exactly working super well. I'll probably make another theory video, about this once I go back and play, like, the Reiko Lives route, and kind of see how that's different from the one I just played. And I'm assuming that everything comes down to the same, like, choices, essentially, in the end, because I can't imagine, like... I mean, this game's been very impressive so far, but I don't think it's quite that impressive that, like, you know, going forward, the branching paths are, like, that ridiculously different, depending on which of the Yabusame siblings survives. But yeah, so anyway, we're gonna go ahead, with this. I'm excited to see more of it. I'm really impressed by how much, like, work and love and thought went into this, like... Nankidai-san sonke. Like I said, I'll have to think about what I'm gonna do when Chapter 3 comes out, because I'm not gonna be able to wait to play it. So, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll just suck it up and be like, yep, I'm gonna do my drive-by translations thing of it like I usually do, or, I'll record it and talk about it, and then maybe sit on it until the translation comes out in English, and then I'll put it up so people can watch it, or I'll just put it up and people can come back and watch it later. I don't know. I'll have to figure out what the fuck I want to do with it. But anyway, thanks for joining me with this. There is still another episode left where I'm gonna go through and do the Reiko route, see, like, what's different. It's probably not gonna be super long, because I can't imagine that a lot of the stuff is gonna be all that different. But it might be interesting to see. So anyway, thanks for watching me play all of Kimi ga Shine, Your Turn to Die so far, and hopefully I'll be able to play more of it in the future. I guess this means now that this is done, I can go back to wrapping up, what's it called? Nandake? Exile Election. I couldn't remember it. So, when I go back, I'll have to, see what's going on with, I'll finish out Exile Election. I have to finish subbing, Shiori's trial, or election, which I'm not really looking forward to doing, but I'll get it done at some point. Get that done, get that out. There's a couple of ideas for other games that I want to play, kind of like indie stuff. I'm also interested in seeing, like, you know, what else is out there that's kind of similar to this, maybe, that I haven't seen before. This is so impressive, though. Like, holy shit, this fucking free game does so many things that I've wanted out of other games. And I'm just like, whoa! I'm very impressed. The characters are really realistic. I really enjoy them. I like that even in the route where you choose Kana to die, you admit to yourself it's just because you need So to help you. It's not because you actually like him. Which, thank fucking God, because seriously, like, that was my big thing about a lot of these kinds of characters, is, like, they always try to be redeemed by being like, oh no, I was a scared, and so that's why I was a pain in the ass the whole time, because I was a scared, and it's like, you know what, well, everybody else was fucking not being a giant asshole. Like, you could have done that. So yeah, we'll have to see where it goes from here. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. I think this is awesome, and I totally would recommend it to people. I'm excited to see what else is going on. Now that I've actually caught up, I can actually go look for, like, fan art and fic and follow Nankidai on Twitter, which will be super fun and exciting. So, hopefully, I mean, I know this just came out not that long ago, and, we're probably in for another long wait for the next bit. But, if there's anything else that's similar to this that you guys want to see me play, I'm certainly down for suggestions. Like I said, I'm going to try and get back into Exile Election ASAP, And yeah, then I will see everybody later. Alright, everybody, take it easy. Thank you for joining, watching this, and I am very excited to see what comes up next. So, alright, everybody, take it easy, and bye. Have a wonderful day, week, year, month, whatever. See you!